Welcome back to my channel. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving and we are going to be preparing everything that we need for a full Thanksgiving meal. It is currently the day before Thanksgiving in 2024, but I'm going to upload this video in 2025. I figured if I posted this video right after Thanksgiving of 2024, then it wouldn't be of any use to anybody. So I decided I'm going to record it this year and I'll post it in 2025 before Thanksgiving, so you could actually take some tips and learn from this video. This is a very real Thanksgiving prep for a large family. I'm a mom of 7 and I have been cooking Thanksgiving dinner for about 14 years. Over the years, I have learned tips and tricks of how to make this day as easy and stress-free as possible, and today I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to set up 2 cameras and I'll try to get the best shots that I can for you. If you find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any additional questions, you can leave those in the comments. Tip number 1, prepare everything that you possibly can the day before, because the day of is already stressful enough. So get everything that you can out of the way the day before. The turkey takes 4 days to thaw out. So I bought my turkey on Saturday and I'm going to be prepping it on Wednesday. So as soon as I brought it home from the grocery store, I put it straight into the fridge so it can start thawing. Also, I went through and I cleaned out both of our fridges because we're gonna need it for all of this food prep. Show our supplies, ready? Show the supplies to the camera. Show what we got. Do you want the Oreo to be chocolate? The chocolate will be the chocolate. The banana will be the banana. The Kool-Aid is gonna be our Jello. Okay, what should you girls do? Jello?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the blue Jello.
So we need the honey. Do I need measuring cups?
I'm just an expert.
Do I need potatoes? You? Okay. You're gonna get that dried bag of potatoes, drag it in here. You need to wash them in soup first. Okay, go ahead, Jamie. Bring it on over. I am having each of the kids be in charge of different food items, and I'll just jump back and forth helping each of them when needed. It is so nice having kids big enough to help now. When they were all small, I did have to do everything myself. Obviously, we can do way more now since we have their help. The way that our family does it is every other year we all get together with all the cousins and have a big huge dinner, and on the off years we host in our home and just have 1 or 2 families come over. So this year we are doing it in our home, which means most of the food items are on us to prepare. But on the years where we all come together, we all sign up for just a few items and we don't have to make as much. Even on those years, I do like to sign up for items that can be prepped the day before, just to make the day of less stressful. The items that can be prepped the day before are the pies, Jello, potatoes, and turkey. For the pies, we keep it simple and just do pudding packets. For the Jello, I like to use the Kool-Aid packets so that it's sugar-free. And here's the recipe for that. You take 4 cups of water and 1 cup of honey and bring it to a boil. While that is boiling, you get a pitcher and add 1 pack of Kool-Aid and 1/4 cup of gelatin and mix them together. I like to use a pitcher so it doesn't take as much space in the fridge, and then the next day we will just dump it into a serving bowl. Once your honey water is boiled, pour it into the pitcher and stir it really good. Make sure all of the gelatin is dissolved and there's none stuck in the corners. Once it's all dissolved and there's no more chunks, add 4 more cups of cold water and put it in the fridge overnight. What are you doing?
The banana pie.
Woo!
Banana pie.
Remember, we're gonna lay bananas all inside and all around the pie crust.
For the banana pie, we will wait and put the bananas on top the day of. Otherwise, they will turn brown overnight. But the ones on the bottom are just fine to do the day before because they are covered with the pudding.
So that potato peeler will cut everything except for the very ends.
For a large pot of potatoes, I'll usually use between 15 to 20, depending on how big they are, but I just fill up the pan to the top. I actually like to make 2 Jellos, one that I bring to the dinner and one that I leave home so we can use it with our leftovers after Thanksgiving dinner. I will also get some extra pies that I can leave home as well.
Okay, go put them in the fridge. Okay, we're gonna add our pie to our pie pile.
Now we are doing the Oreo pie filling. When we do our planning, I like to let the kids pick which pie flavor that they want to make. It's good to get them involved in the planning and get them excited to help make it. After all the potatoes are peeled, I cut them into smaller pieces if they are too big, because the bigger they are, the longer they take to cook. In order to prepare them the day before and make sure they don't turn brown overnight, you have to fill the pan all the way to the top with water and make sure all of the potatoes are covered. Put a lid on it and put it in the fridge overnight. Then when you are ready, pull them out and put them straight on the stove to cook.
Okay, I'm trying to put it in the fridge, but as you can see, the handle's not fitting. So I'm just gonna turn it around and stick it in like that. And then leave that overnight. Got our Jell-O and our other Jell-O. We have another pie coming.
For the turkey, like I said, it takes 4 days to thaw out. So if you are preparing it on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, you need to pull it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge the Saturday before. If you don't have 4 days before, then just run under hot water. If you've never cooked a turkey before, you do need to pull out the neck and the giblets. The neck is in the bottom side of the turkey and the bag of giblets is in the top side. I usually just give them to my dogs, but you can put them in the pan and cook them with your turkey if you'd like. Even after thawing it in the fridge for 4 days, there might still be some ice chunks inside the turkey. So I just run hot water all up in the turkey. Years ago, I found this recipe for the best Thanksgiving turkey and I've been using it ever since. First, we make the turkey rub in the bowl, and of course, we wash our hands really good. Once you have your seasoning rub, you will slice up an entire stick of butter. Do this first because your hands will get gross from the turkey. Honestly, making the turkey for Thanksgiving isn't as hard as it seems. It's actually quite simple. The secret to making sure your turkey is all flavorful and not dry is to make sure you get the seasoning rub all up under the skin. Just seasoning the top of the skin isn't enough. You've got to peel the skin up and make sure you get all over underneath the skin. Top, the bottom, the drumsticks. Then flip it over and do the same on the other side. Try not to move or disturb the red pop-up timer in the turkey. Just go around it and put seasoning in all the spots. To start it, you kind of have to force it open. You need to be careful not to rip the skin, but just get underneath it. Sorry, it probably looks gross here, but it makes a huge difference in flavor. You'll also put your slices of butter in all of the areas as well. Top, bottom, drumsticks, and don't forget to flip it and do the other side. The back is harder to get under the skin, but just kind of force it open and stretch it out. Now take the orange and the lemon that you zested earlier and cut them into 4 pieces. Also take an onion and slice it into 4 pieces and cut up some garlic. And just stuff all of it into the turkey. I do take turns putting each thing in, so each section has some of each thing giving it flavor. Then I use that plastic thing to tuck the legs back closed, so make sure you don't cut that off when you're starting. Now it's time to put the turkey into the oven bag. It is nice to have help with this one. One person lifts while the other puts the bag on. Tie it closed and stick it in the fridge overnight. We do not cook with the lid on because it makes it take longer. For tonight's dinner, I just did a simple no prep meal that I could put in the oven and not worry about since we've been cooking all day long. Now we are rolling up the rug so we can set up our table. We don't have a big fancy table that can fit multiple families, so we will just be making one using 4 fold-up tables. I had to put away some of the Christmas decorations and pull out my fall decorations again. I just got 4 tablecloths from Dollar Tree. I tried to pick a fall color and this is the closest I could find. Then I got a white tablecloth and folded it in half for the table runner. I did double-sided tape to hold it in place. I used some Thanksgiving serving plates and decor to make my centerpieces. Most of the decorations was from Dollar Tree and the other stuff I already had on hand. Most of the guests we will have are kids, so I didn't want to do anything too fancy, so I just got fancy paper plates. That night, I made a list of all of the food that we would need to cook or prep and wrote how long each thing would take. Then I made a schedule working backwards from what time I needed to get it started in order for it to be ready in time for lunch. Because we have our Thanksgiving dinner at lunchtime. The turkey takes the longest to cook. I just asked ChatGPT how long I should cook my turkey depending on the specific weight that I got at that time. I usually try to get about a 15-pound turkey and it's usually anywhere between 3 to 5 hours to cook. And it takes about an hour to cool down enough to carve it. So on this day, I scheduled that I would would need to wake up at 5 a.m. to put it in the oven and then just go back to bed till 8. If it takes 3 to 5 hours, I'll set the timer after 4 hours to check on it and just watch for that red pop-up timer to tell me if it's done. My schedule for this day is I'll cook the turkey from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'll pull it out and set it to the side to cool down for an hour, then I'll carve it at 11. At 10 a.m. I'll start the potatoes cooking on the stove for 40 minutes. At 10:40 I'll mash it, season it, and be done by 11 so I can carve the turkey. While the potatoes are cooking at 10:05, I will do the stuffing. Then at 10:20 I'll make the gravy and be done in time to mash the potatoes. At that time I'll have one of the kids pull out the 2 jellos and move them to a serving bowl, which means I need to start the yams cooking on the stove by 9:30. They don't need to be peeled, just cut in half and cover with water. When I pull the turkey out of the oven at 10, I'll put the apple crisp in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. And while the gravy is cooking, I'll get the root beer started.
It is 5 a.m. I'm gonna go put the turkey in the oven and then I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Then for the rest of the morning, I'll just watch the clock and make sure I start cooking each thing at the right time.
And make sure this thing is pointed up so I can see if it comes out. Okay, I'll check it in 4 hours, but it might take 5 hours. Good morning. You know it's Thanksgiving when you wake up and the whole house smells like turkey. It's your first Thanksgiving, Summer. It's your first Thanksgiving. Well, good morning, guys. Got your Thanksgiving shirts on?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. It smells like turkey. Andy, let me see your shirt. You have your turkey shirt? Nice. Okay, ready to start cooking? Here's our schedule. The first thing on the schedule is at 9:30. What time is it? 8:47. We got some time. Okay, go. I want everyone go get your hair fixed and get all ready to look nice.
Could you fix my hair?
Yes.
We also had workers come on Thanksgiving Day. That's another project we have going on. If you want more updates on that, make sure you're subscribed.
Turkey is done. We're gonna let it cool down for about an hour before we carve it. Now I'm getting the yams ready to cook. I did not peel them because I'm gonna peel them after it's cooked. Now it is 9:43. At 10 o'clock I gotta get the potatoes cooking. You got the apple crisp?
No.
Emma, you wanna help me with the pie?
Yeah, go hop on another one.
Yams cooking. And the potatoes cooking. And it's 9:47. Now we gotta get the apple crisp cooking. Let's preheat the oven. We gotta get this apple crisp cooking by 10 a.m. Set the timer for 65 minutes. That's set for 65 minutes. I gotta go wake up Summer and get her fed. And then we gotta start on the stuffing. It's in a box kind because I don't know how to make it any other way. Good morning.
Summer.
Look at that little face. Hi, Summer. We're gonna get her fed real fast and then we'll start the stuffing. And then Dean went to go pick up some dry ice for the root beer, so he should be back any minute. I'm getting the stuffing cooking and I'm gonna start cooking the gravy. This is when I would like a bigger stove. Find a pan for some gravy.
Okay.
Go find a pan for the gravy. Okay, for the gravy. Yes, I'm just gonna do some packets. Do you see the clock? It is 10:15 right now. We are just starting the gravy. And the gravy we were supposed to start at 10:20, so we are a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good. That's the biggest pan that I have that I'm not using, so we might have to do 2 batches. We got our little gravy boat over there. We'll cook it, put it in the gravy boat, and then cook another batch. I think we need a bigger stove. Don't you?
Yeah, the future.
Hurry, come in, Summer. It's done? I already started boiling. Don't do too much that it flies over. Okay. I'm gonna start on the root beer. The honey is frozen solid, so I can get it microwaved for like 5 minutes.
No metal though, right?
Yep. I pulled the metal off. Okay, you ready to do another batch? Nice and soft. Okay, those are done.
like and subscribe that.
Dark meat and light meat. These are all nice and soft, so I can just pull the skins off them now.
Obviously everything doesn't go exactly according to plan, but we did it pretty close to the schedule. It was just that last hour of crunch time that we needed all hands on deck to finish everything up. While the kids were getting stuff ready, they accidentally ripped a hole in the tablecloth. Luckily I had bought extra, so we switched it out real fast.
That looks pretty good.
You recreated That's supposed to be.
Guests are arriving and we are just doing a quick cleanup while we finish getting everything ready. If this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.